Eamonn Deacy Park, home of Galway United and venue for the 2018 Rustlers CFAI Colleges FAI Cup Final. It's Athlone IT against Dublin IT, and a competition which has been dominated for the past 8 years, or 7 of the last 8 years, by IT Carlow. But they're not in it this time, beaten in the quarterfinals by Dundalk, who themselves succumbed to DIT at the semi-final stage. A man who knows this venue very well is the Galway United manager, Shane Keegan. Dublin IT look very, very strong for today's final.
Yeah, they certainly do on paper. There's no doubt they look the stronger lineup. There's far more noticeable names and far more kind of League of Ireland experience within their team. But obviously Athlone haven't got this far without a very good reason. And look, I know Colin very, very well as a manager, and his involvement also in the League of Ireland. He's a guy who has his teams really, really, really structured, and I'd say they'll certainly try and be more than the sum of their parts.
Well, mentioning Colin, the manager of Athlone IT, here are the manager's comments pre-match. So Colin, looking to win this trophy for a 5th time?
A 5th time, that's right. Really looking forward to it. Great occasion here, great pitch. Pitch is looking fabulous. Noel, as always, has it in good condition. And us as a college are really, really looking forward to this game. It's going to be a tough game, but we've prepared well. We're fit, we're looking sharp, and we're looking forward to it.
And for you, these are surroundings you know very well.
That's right. I've had a good time down here, and really enjoyed my time. I think of 6, 7 seasons down here, and great to be back around these surroundings, and a big game for us here tonight. But yeah, it's great to be back.
And a decade since the college last claimed this, so it would mean a lot for victory today.
I would. We've pushed them close a couple of times. Carlow have dominated the last 6, 7 years, and they're a very, very good side. And you know, we pushed them close three years ago in Athlone, and this year we're hoping to go on better. So
Gavin, out of the last 8 titles, IT Carlow have won 7, and you've won the other. You interrupted their great run.
Yeah. Just glad to be back. I actually had our C team that day, and it was good to have it. But Carlow have been obviously the team to beat along with UCD over the last few years. Glad that would like to have played Carlow and beaten them in it, but glad to have the opportunity to win the cup, and hopefully we do it now that we've been waiting so long. So the lads are looking forward to it. It's a good occasion, so hopefully we can do the business.
And because of Carlow's dominance the past 8 years, realistically, it's a novel pairing this final yourselves against Athlone IT.
Yeah. I don't know too much about them because they're not in our league anymore. Played them a couple of years, had people scouting them, did very well to beat Cork IT. We're glad to play anyone in the final, but hopefully we can know enough about them to beat them anyway.
Noticeable thing about this going into this decider, Shane, Athlone only have 4 on the bench. They don't have a substitute goalkeeper. It's been a very long season for them at various levels.
Yeah, I mean, they did very well to hold on to their Premier status. I think they avoided a relegation and a playoff there recently against one of the Galway colleges here. So for them to have reached the final of this, you know, is remarkable. As you said, Carlow IT, I mean, when I was managing Wexford, we nearly would have had the Carlow IT team practically was the Wexford Youths team, so it's very strange not to see them in the final. So great to see 2 new teams and a new name on the cup though this year.
We're looking forward to it. Here we go. It's been Carlow IT who have dominated this competition for many years. So let's take a quick look at the Athlone IT team, and they only have 4 substitutes today, but they've got a good bit of experience around. Ryan Gaffney currently in the first team of Athlone Town. Robert Ford is ex-Athlone Town. Match referee for the final, Mark Lynch, assisted by Trevor Conlon and Bartley Folan, and the 4th official is PJ Norman. DIT have got 8 current former League of Ireland players in their squad, including goalkeeper Lee Stacey, under-21 All-Ireland Gaelic football winner with Dublin, and goalkeeper for DIT's Sigerson Cup team this season. Up front, Jordi Abanda of Malahide United, previously with the Dundalk under-19. So ready to go. It's the 2018 Rustlers CFAI Cup Final being played in Galway. It's been a nice journey cross-country for both finalists here.
Interesting, before the ball is kicked, Will, it looks as though Athlone are starting with a back 5. Appears to be 3 centre-backs there and 2 wing-backs, so it'll be interesting to see how that one works out.
They may need that tonight. Athlone have not won this since 2004, and DIT's last triumph was in 2011.
Yeah, Athlone have dealt with everything quite well at the moment. They're forcing DIT into a reasonably direct style of play, and I think Athlone look like they'll be quite well able to deal with that. If they can keep it going like that, they'll be happy. And they're on a decent break here. Gaffey's gone for it.
It's a long one by Gaffey. It's a nice try, but Lee Stacey with the stop, and that was good vision. Tried it from a long way out, almost came off.
I can tell you, Willie has that in him. Saw him play about 2 weeks ago, maybe 3 weeks ago, and he scored a goal actually at the game I was watching from roughly the same distance in a tournament that Athlone were holding up in their own place, so he certainly got that in him.
Across towards Craig O'Grady. It's at the feet of almost of Darren Noon, but it's Kevin Kelly. Played the short one for Shalola. And Kelly once more. Shalola didn't have a lot of room to manoeuvre. Eamonn Zayed blocking the way, but here's Robbie Ford. Ford will have a go, just too high from Ford in the end. But AIT are doing good business against DIT at the moment here.
That was a really excellent build-up, Will. Shalola seems to be doing very well. He's picking up some really good little spaces in front of his back line, and he's always an option for them. And every time he receives, he moves it on nice and quickly to another player, and they've done very well to create a reasonably good shooting opportunity there.
It's Jake O'Connor, who's on his way to Athlone Town on loan from Dundalk shortly. By Doyle. This is Noon. The bounce was enough for McKinney to flick it away. Ford lost out. One back by Adam Zayed again. And Zayed, low effort. Good try, stopped by Cathal Mannion.
That's probably the best bit of quality we've had so far, Will. Very, very good interplay there. Coming through the middle, put Zayed through into a really good shooting opportunity, and he's tested the keeper. Possibly could have even tested him more with a cleaner strike.
Jamie Broderick. Still going Broderick. Good cutout by Shalola. Adam Zayed. Was just caught there, abandoned as he was trying to break through on the left. Free kick, not a bad position for DIT.
Abanda's managed to make things happen with most balls he's received so far.
They've got 6 waiting in the middle, and potentially the 7th if Rob Duggan moves up. Tried to get the flick on, and they did too. Broderick was up there and just wide.
Very close, really good attempt. That's an excellent delivery by Darren Noon. He's had 1 or 2 deliveries so far that he might have been overly happy with, but that time he got it absolutely spot on, and Broderick got a good header on it, and I think the keeper was quite relieved to see it fly past his post.
It was a thumping chance. It wasn't very far away at all. So much being aimed at Joe Doyle. McGuinness with him. Doyle got it across. Nobody ready to connect. Maybe Abanda will now. Abanda, that was viciously across. Doyle couldn't get there. Maybe Duggan can. Just off target from Duggan, but DIT are getting closer, and they're creating a wealth of chances now.
Yeah, they're definitely getting on top at this stage, Will, so they are. Banda seems to have swapped sides with Darren Noon at the moment. He's come across here onto our side on the right wing for them. He's done very well there, put a ball in with an awful lot of pace that they nearly managed to make something out of. Be interesting to see if they can cause Athlone problems with those 2 boys on the opposite flanks now. It's a fantastic bit of skill by Darren Noon there. He's done very well, and a free now in a really good shooting position, possibly, Will.
Noon winning the free kick in a very good position outside the area. It's an exquisite break.
Was quite surprised to see Darren Noon starting out wide. Anytime we've come up against him or anytime he's caused us problems, it's been in a more central area. He's swapped flanks now.
Noon couldn't find a way past the wall. And that was a spectacular strike attempted by Adam Harney. On the rebound, good try, and Cathal Mannion saw it coming. Free kick didn't get far, but had a good strike on the half volley. Free kick was deep, but very easily dealt with by Jamie Broderick. And that's a brilliant strike! What a fabulous save by Stacey to deny Athlone from going in front. Another brilliant bolt from the blue late in this first half.
Stacey had to track back quickly, but what a fantastic effort by Dignam.
Absolutely superb effort. How he even thought to have a go from there. He seemed to be just chasing a loose ball. You're expecting him to control it with his first touch, and instead he just whacks it, and it's a brilliant effort. And Stacey's done very well, because from where we were standing, I was sure that was sailing over and into the top corner. Fantastic effort by Dignam.
Ford sending it in, and John has been fouled, and it's a free kick. Now this is a terrific position for Athlone.
I was just going to say it, Will. Yeah, with a guy who's got a left peg on him like Gaffey's got, it's a really, really good area.
That's Ryan Gaffey, who's over it, of Athlone Town. Made his debut for them against Queen's Park Rangers at the age of 17. The free kick will be his for AIT. Gaffey's gone for it. That's just over the top.
Look, as I was saying, he's a guy who's got a really, really sweet left foot in him, so you know it might have been a good distance out, but I think he's got it. He's got the ability to test the keeper from there, and it wasn't a bad attempt.
And there will be no added time. They both had their opportunities during the first half. Jordi Abanda's been quite creative down the right, but at half-time in the 2018 Rustlers CFAI Cup Final, it's Athlone IT 0, Dublin IT 0. Very, very tight first half. Good chances for both sides. So away we go in Galway. 0-0 between AIT and DIT. Just ran out.
They need to be more accurate when they pick up those loose balls. Athlone, it seems to be a case of any time it's Chalola who picks it up, he seems to be able to find an Athlone man, but every other player, it seems to be just getting hacked back to DIT.
That's something they have to be aware of. They can hold out for as long as they can, but they won't hold out forever if they keep playing like this. And it's Doyle's strike, well denied by Mannion, battered it down. Good effort early in this second half.
He's 30 yards plus there striking that ball, and he's managed to test the keeper. It's a really, really good strike.
Free kick for handball it is. It's getting colder in Galway, much colder, we can tell you that now. Robbie Ford will be the taker. Good deep one towards the far post by Ford. Oh, and the strike came in from Maloney. Managed to steer it past Lee Stacey and almost in, but just wide from Joe Maloney.
They got lucky there, that really, really could have gone anywhere. It was very good delivery. Athlone managed to get a head on it as well, and as this ball drops, it's just again, it's the keeper and the centre half are kind of waiting for each other, and Maloney gets a toe poke on it. It could so easily have gone into the back of the net.
It's yet another free kick. It's Rob Ford over it again. Goal of the season contender in the opening round against Limerick IT. Willow Park currently, Athlone Town formerly. Deep one, very deep one, and there to be attacked. Scrambled out. Well, McGuinness and Maloney were up there, and Stacey, with John lacking with major intent, just managed to scramble it away, and Athlone almost hit the front. Very good free kick.
DIT have got to start dealing with these set pieces better. They really are getting away with murder, Will. If that ball had dropped another half a yard, it would have been an absolute tap in for John.
It's out for Robinson denied. Jake O'Connor had to stretch for that. He did very well. He's done very well. He's taken advantage of the slip by Chalola. Robinson, he's still going. Got it in the centre. Doyle! And it ran right through to Mannion. A dramatic break, and they almost took full advantage there.
Jake O'Connor has ended up running the full length of the field there, because as that ball ran through, it was very nearly him it was running through to. An amazing run from the centre back.
Well, there have been moments of scrappiness in this final. Oh, and there was another one of them.
Need to try and punch it out to their wing backs a little bit more, Athlone, when they can. A bit too predictable when it's all straight up through the middle.
Banda cutting it out, and this is Doyle. Superb save. It's a corner for DIT, but it could have been a goal.
The keeper has managed to make up for his own error there, Will. It was a bad distribution from them that gave the opportunity to
It's a quick corner, it's a quick corner. Great ball in the centre, and it's in the net. It's in the net from Jordi Abanda. Cracking goal by Abanda to make it 1-0. They took it very, very quickly.
They certainly did, Will. They even caught me a bit unawares myself there, that's for sure. Very, very quick one. And a great strike when the ball came across from Abanda.
They were very, very rapid.
Certainly wasn't an easy finish. He had an awful lot to do. He did very, very well to steer it home from that distance.
Noon's done brilliantly. And he's engineered the corner for DIT with 7 minutes to go. The lights of Galway City shining in the background. Late corner then for Dublin IT, but met strongly at the near post and headed away by James McKinney of Glencad United. They had a very good FAI Junior Cup run a couple of years ago, reached the quarter-finals. Couldn't strike that one away properly though. And it fell invitingly for Jake O'Connor, who hit the post. And that would have wrapped it up with barely 6 minutes to go. Great chance. And O'Connor hits the upright.
What a fantastic effort. Absolutely superb. Manages to get it out from under his feet, and very, very, very unlucky not to put this game to bed.
DIT haven't won it since 2011. Since then, it has been IT Carlow all the way. They've claimed each of the last 6 titles. The 2010 one also. 7 out of 8 they've won. They've terrific facilities there. They do host quite a few underage internationals as well. And the occasional underage international tournament also.
Yeah, we used to train there ourselves when I was over Wexford Youths. And Wexford Youths themselves still train there at the moment. Fantastic AstroTurf down there.
Well, Apane might get there. John's in there, and Stacey saves it, and he's rescued the cup final for them straight away. It's straight out.
What a save, Will. Lee Stacey has done absolutely terrifically there. So brave, made himself big and smothered the ball.
Well, that was it. That was the moment for John to tie it up in the 93rd minute. That's it. DIT lift the Rustlers CFAI Cup for the first time since 2011. The decisive goal coming from Jordi Abanda with 16 minutes to go from a very quickly taken corner. He swept it in at the far post, and DIT get the victory by 1-0. They've won it more often than anybody else, and Dublin IT for the first time in 7 years lift the Rustlers CFAI Cup. It was 1-0 in the end, and that was enough. There, that man. Yeah, they are terrific champions, you have to say.
That last save there at the end, I don't think it's broke, but it's very badly bruised. So just a bit of ice stopped the swelling.
Quite a save right at the end to preserve that 1-0 lead.
Yeah, I don't know. The lads that were saying it was great. I thought it was just, I had to make a block. That was it. Just be brave and go for it. That was all.
I mean, despite the fact that Athlone were maybe a little bit depleted going to this cup final, they were still pushing right up until the end.
Yeah, credit to Athlone. We got the goal and we pushed and pushed, but they never gave up for 1 second. It's a real credit to them, and tough luck on the day. It could have really went either way. They had a couple of good chances, but that's the way it goes.
Let's grab Darren Noon for a sec. Man of the match performance for you today.
I don't know how much I deserved it now, but it was a great performance from the lads. Yeah, no, delighted. The lads deserved it. Gav especially deserved it. He's done a lot of work for us, so yeah, delighted with the lads. Delighted.
Passed the ball into him and he went into him.
Exactly, it's all about this big man. So no, it's great. It's great. Delighted.
Victory that definitely means a lot too.
Yes, 100%. We worked quite hard for this during the season, so it's good to get some silver at the end of it.
So that's brilliant. Well done.
Yeah, lovely, thank you.
Congratulations. The photos continue to be taken here. Let's grab a quick word if we can. With Adam side, can we now have a quick word with you, Adam? I mean, terrific win for DIT to get the CFAI Cup.
It was good, yeah, it was an excellent win. The first half was a bit tetchy. We started slower, the two teams. But then we got in the half time and Gav gave us good team talk. And we knew if we just stuck to our game plan, got the ball moving, we eventually would have come through and get the win, as we did. So it's terrific for the boys. The boys are excellent. Gav Fleming all year and the boys behind the scenes are really good. So yeah, we're chuffed with that.
I mean, very, very tight margin of victory. Of course, if it's a cup final, 1-0 is all you need.
Of course, yeah. No, as I said, it was a tight game. The first half was two teams could have edged it. They had a few chances. We sort of, as I said, we didn't sort of play to ourselves in the first half. But second half, we came good eventually and got the ball moving, and we knew we'd break them down, which we did with a terrific goal from Geordie.
Nice and well done,
Thanks
Adam.
very much. Cheers. Thank you.
Well, let's see if we can grab a quick word with Gavin. Congratulations. Well done.
Cheers. Obviously delighted. Just glad to win it. You know, Athlone were very good, I thought, and possibly better than we expected, and they could have nicked it at the end. We would have been hard, but delighted to win it.
That's just like the end of the Super Bowl, isn't it? With the Gatorade dunking. So anyway, as we were saying,
yeah, no, really happy for the lads. They're brilliant. They're very unified for a college team. Like they're very tight. They all play together, and a lot of them are actually only first or second years. So hopefully we can go well in the league next year as well as the cup. So please God. But great occasion actually. You know. Sorry.
terrific result for DIT. First time in 7 years you've won this.
Yeah. I was here, as I was saying, I was here with the C team the time the first team won it years ago, and like they don't come around that often that you can go and win a trophy in college, because the standard of the opposition is very high. Like the Carlos, they're very, very good, really professional setup. So we'll take it when we can, and hopefully we'll come back for more next year. You know.
Oh, it was a good finish. Well, it was a good ball from Darren Noonan, just about. Luckily, got a good connection with it and managed to get the winning goal.
I mean, it was really, really tight. Athlone had just always managed to deny you.
Yeah, we just had to keep pushing for it, and luckily we ended up getting the winning goal. And obviously perseverance, and you always get your results. So doing a good job. It was a bit of a scrappy game, but we pulled through and we got through.
You had a little bit of work to do to get the decisive goal.
Yeah, of course. Obviously nothing comes easy, so we had to just keep pushing and striving, and we ended up getting the winning goal.
Nice and well done, Geordie. You'll celebrate that. And we are just about done. Really, really tight margin of victory in the end, 1-0. But that's all they needed, Shane.
That's all they needed, and look, you know, as we say, they were firm favourites coming into it, so they were, and they were probably meant to work harder for it than people expected, and you have to credit Athlone for that, but there's no doubt they were the quality side on the night, so they were deserving of their victory, Will.
Yeah, and Athlone, despite all that, almost nicked an equaliser right at the end.
And what a fantastic save by Lee Stacey. So brave to dive in at defeat. Obviously, he made a fantastic save from distance from Dignam in the first half as well. So he's played a big part in it. For all the play that they had, he's saved them at the death.
I mean, without a shadow of a doubt. And I mean, the league may not have gone fantastically this season, but winning the cup, it's been a successful campaign.
Yeah, look, they're a quality side, you know. When you look at it there, they've got a lot of really good players. As I say, that central midfield three just all so comfortable on the ball. They play a really good style of football as well, and certainly on the night the better side. So
that's it then. The Rustlers CFAI Cup goes to DIT for the first time since 2011, and a banda had a hand in it. Good night.
It's a quick corner, great ball in the centre, and it's in the net! It's in the net from Jordi Abanda.